Definitely not this one.
Just wanna feel you again, I couldn't help it. Guess I'm falling in love with you. Just wanna feel you again, just wanna feel you again, just wanna feel you again.
It's Sunday, I feel good again. The first time I actually slept like a human being. And I'm on my way to the studio to just get some work done. It just feels so good to be back here in the studio. I wasn't here like just one day, and the day before I was just here to sign the contract and pick up my headphones. But yeah, after 2 days not really working here, I definitely feel the need to get back to making music. It's almost like a small addiction. At least it's a positive one. And of course today I will start working on the tracks that we recorded 2 days ago, the tracks with Aaron and Justus. And I think I will just start with trying to edit the vocals. I got a really new cool plugin for it from iZotope. It's a special plugin just made to edit vocals, so it's called Nectar 2. I already had Nectar 1, which I really loved and was my go-to plugin to just get nice vocal sounds. So let's check out Nectar 2, see what's new, and just try to make the vocals of Aaron as nice as possible. I just have one problem actually. I don't really know with which of the two tracks to start. We have the Open Your Eyes track we made on the first day and the Final Warning track that we made on the second day. And I really like both, so maybe let's just listen to both of them and then I will decide which one to do first.
Open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes. This was your final warning. Don't act like you're the last to know. You had the chance to save her.
I think I will start with the Final Warning one because I have already everything kind of finished in my head, at least. With the Open Your Eyes track, I'm still not sure about what actually to do with the chorus part. I'm still not sure which sounds to use and in which direction to go. The Final Warning one is pretty much done, at least in my head. And you know, usually I don't start with editing the vocals, but because this track is so vocal heavy and it's like the main part, I want to get the vocals right and build everything else around it. Because so far there's no mixing done. I just played in the drums, Justus the guitar, and we recorded the vocals so that we have all of the elements together and I can just work on the track without having to do any re-recording with Aaron or Justus. And as you can see, like the entire bottom half of this project are just vocals. We recorded a lot of takes, a lot of doubles, a lot of harmonies, a lot of ad-libs, and all of it has to be edited. I have to clean the vocals up, get rid of clicking or any noises that might be in the background and put reverb on top. Get maybe also rid of the breathing, correcting here and there the pitch, and also shifting the doubles around to make them line up with the main vocals. I think I would just simply start with the first verse. This is the audio file. It's the only part that doesn't have any doubles or anything else. It's just a single take. And at the moment it sounds like this.
Oh, daylight, still so blind. She's never gonna walk away but leave you with the mess you made.
I have to say the vocals already sound amazing. Aaron did a very professional job. It was a good idea to record them in here. There is no mic rumble, no other noises. They sound extremely dry and we don't have any pops going on because we used the pop filter on the mic. So it's probably just all about adding reverb, compression and a little of EQing. And for this I will use the Nectar plugin. So yes, this right here is the Nectar plugin by iZotope. It's really cool. I love how it's built up. You have everything here you need to edit vocals. Here on top is a equalizer, here the compressor, and you can change the modes on it. You got the gate to get rid of noises, the de-esser to make the S sounds a little less harsh, saturation, harmony effect and pitch correction, a simple reverb, a simple delay, And I think this is to implement other effect sounds into Nectar. This section here is just to check the peak and the RMS values to prevent any clipping. And here a little bypass just to be able to A and B compare the edited and not edited vocals. You also have here a button that says overview. It's a little confusing because I think it should say advanced, because when you click on it you get into the advanced mode, and now clicking again gets me in the overview mode. And here in the advanced settings you can, for example, set even way more that has to do with the compressor. You can also add a second compressor. Also here with the delay you have all the settings you're used to from setting up a delay. And now I also know what's hidden behind the effect knobs. There's distortion, modulation, and a repeater. And here at the bottom you can switch between a mixing and a tracking mode to reduce the CPU usage. Here underneath options you find all kinds of options like general options for the spectrum and a lot more. And resetting just resets all of the settings. I think by far the strongest about Nectar is that it's actually like a plugin bundle. There are all of these combined in one that are specialized in getting a nice vocal sound. This way, whenever you use a preset, you know that the reverb, the compression, and everything is kind of already adjusted for each other. If you just use a third-party compressor or reverb and set them to the vocal presets, they might not really work together, and here it's like all made in one just for the vocals. So let me just play you a couple of these presets. So let me play you again just really quick the dry vocal.
Oh, daylight, still so blind.
So let's maybe just, for example, pick here the airy lead preset.
Oh, daylight, still so blind.
This one is of course way too reverby for this kind of track, but let's pick another one, maybe the smooth space one.
Oh, daylight, still so blind.
You also have a bit more experimental settings here in the special effects folder. Let's just click on one and test it. Or maybe a rock preset.
Oh, daylight, still so blind. She's never gonna walk away, but leave you with the mess you made. As long as you're alright, you let it die.
So as you can hear, a lot of really cool stuff that is really all like optimized for each other. Great starting points. You will definitely find a preset that suits your style, and you can still go into the advanced settings and just set everything to your liking. And that's really what I like about these plugins. You can use it as an absolute beginner and also as a professional producer that really wants to dive in deep and get the most out of the plugin. Nectar comes with 2 additional plugins that I will show you later. For me it's now first of all time to go through all of the vocals and try to find a nice setting that just fits to Aaron's voice and also the style of the track. I'm all done with the editing. Let me show you the other 2 plugins that are part of Nectar. I think in Nectar 1 they were integrated, now they are separate. First of all, the pitch editor. It's kind of very similar to Melodyne or what is integrated into Logic. I think it's called the Flex Pitch. You record the vocals.
Oh, daylight.
And then you're able to correct the pitch.
Oh, daylight. Daylight. Oh, daylight. Oh, daylight.
You can also change the vibrato on certain notes. You can set the correction strength and correction speed. So this is just perfect to do everything that has to do with the pitch. And then there's the breath control plugin. It just reduces the breath in the vocals. It's kind of working like a noise gate, but it's triggered by breathing, and you can almost get rid of it entirely. But actually on this track I like the breathing. He did it in a very controlled and musical way, so it fits to the vocal. It sounds natural, it's not too strong. Just because of the compression it got a lot louder, more to the loudness of the rest of the vocal. So with the breathe control I can lower it again to make it sound natural and not overwhelming. For example, in this little part you can hear the breathing.
Now leave her alone. This was your final warning.
And as you can see, it gets here reduced. This is really extremely handy to have. I don't know how iZotope is doing it, but the plugin really just detects the breathing, and this way you don't have to go through all of the vocals and do it with volume automation. You can just use one plugin that does it automatically. I of course also worked on a couple of other elements already, because I couldn't really listen to it without any mixing. There was no real bass in the kick, the pad wasn't really EQ'd, the guitar sounded very dry, and the drum elements were all off, so I corrected like the bigger picture of it, and it sounds now a whole lot better. So let's maybe just compare how it sounded after the recording session and how it sounds now.
Take me to the promised land. This was your final warning. Don't act like you're the last to know. You had the chance to save her, be her savior. Now leave her alone. This was your final warning. Don't act like you're the last.
This already sounds a million times better, and it's still just a rough mixing, so in the next couple of weeks I will hopefully get the track where it needs to be, and then hopefully also find a label and be able to release it as fast as possible. I really think these two tracks are strong tracks and would actually fit really good like to the spring, summer kind of time. I think that's in a long time the first time I'm leaving the studio, and it's still bright outside, although it's like, what is it? Yeah, it's 8:15. I think they changed the time.